and welcome back to the channel Hum of Programming. In today's session, we will be continuing our fourth session of Programming with Java. In this fourth session, we will learn about interfaces. So in the previous session, I have explained you the types of inheritance. In that, I have told you that multiple inheritance is not possible directly in Java, but we can implement multiple inheritance in Java with the help of interfaces. So let's learn what exactly an interface is, and we can learn how to implement multiple inheritance in Java using interfaces, right? So interface is nothing but a class-like structure which is used to implement the multiple inheritance in Java, so in this session we will learn about interfaces, abstract methods, right? So each interface should contain a declaration of abstract method, which is interface cannot contain the definition of any methods such as your user defined or built-in methods. So you should not override or overload or define any functions inside your interface. The exceptional case is there is a one function called default function. You can define default function inside interface. So literally interface or class-like structure used to implement multiple inheritance in Java. So what are the features of inheritance is it should contain at least one abstract method declaration, and this particular abstract method declared in the interface should be defined in the class that is implemented by using this interface, right? So we will see these examples in demonstration, right? So this is about interfaces. Let's learn the syntax of interface and let's learn how to implement multiple inheritance using interfaces, right? So for that, open NetBeans. So create a new file, or we can continue with the previous program itself, right? So in that we have created an example of single inheritance, multi-level inheritance, and finally we have created a prototype of multiple inheritance, right? So we can remove this. So we can also remove this classes. So here we can create an interface, right? So to create an interface, we should use the keyword interface followed by the name of the interfaces, right? So here interface followed by name of the interface. In this case, the name of an interface is shapes, right? So in that I am going to declare some methods, right? Structure, right? So void structure of and void display of. So I am having two set of functions inside the class, inside our interface shapes. So again I am going to create another one interface called shapes1. So we can open and close this, right? So inside this this interface also I am going to create another set of functions, right? So let's say S1 and display of itself, right? So now I have created an interface, right? So now what I am going to do is I am going to inherit a class from these two interfaces. So we have learned in the previous session itself, multiple inheritance is a type of inheritance in which a single class is derived from multiple base classes, right? So with that we can create another one class called rectangle implements shapes, shapes1. So to inherit a class from a class, we should use the keyword extends, whereas to inherit a class from interfaces we should use the keyword implements, right? So in this way we can create multiple inheritance. So just look at the prototype here. Shapes is a base class and shapes1 is also a base class. From these two base classes we have created a class rectangle. So now it is showing an error. Just head over the bulb, you can see a message rectangle is not abstract and doesn't override abstract method display in shapes, right? Which is, as I told you already, the implemented class from an interface must override any one of the methods declared inside the interface. So we can write definition of the method declared inside the shapes. So here also we are getting an error, which is display of function in rectangle cannot implement display of function in shapes, attempting to assign weaker access privileges, right? So which means the function declared inside the interfaces should be public, right? So similarly, we have to use the same public access specifier while we attempt to define that function in the implemented class, right? So here also we can change the prototype as public void display of. Similarly, we can override another functions also, right? So we are having 4 functions inside 2 interfaces. The first function is structure of, second is display, another one is s1 of, another function is dis, right? So in each of these functions we can have a simple print statement, right? So structure function inside the interface shapes. So we can copy and paste this line to other functions also, right? DIS, this is s1 of function inside the interface shapes 1 and display of function, right? So in this way we can implement multiple inheritance using interfaces. So here these 2 interfaces acts as base classes, and this rectangle is the derived class from the base classes shapes and shapes 1, right? So now we can call these functions inside the main method, right? So we can have these statements about the main class. So we can have it. So in the main class what we are going to do is, so there is no need of declaring these variables. Simply we can create object for the derived class, which is nothing but a rectangle or is equal to new rectangle of, right? So using this object we can call the class functions. Structure of, or dot display of, or dot s1 of, or dot dis. So we can remove this line, right? So now run the program. So you can see the output here, structure function. So all the print statement is given inside each function is displayed. So this is about multiple inheritance, and this is a very simple program, right? So we can create interfaces and abstract function inside that interfaces, right? So and we can create abstract functions simply by adding the keyword abstract before the void modifier, right? So this is a way of creating abstract function, right? So only thing about abstract function is abstract function should not have definition, right? It should have only the declaration, right? So this is a way of creating abstract functions, right? So we will see more about abstract function in our upcoming sessions. Until then, stay tuned with Hum of Programming and subscribe to our channel for getting more updates regarding programming. Thank you.